Hey guys, it's Tiffany. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a full face of Rare Beauty. I picked up the new powder and the new cream bronzer that I'm going to try out today for you guys. So yeah, I'm excited to dive into today's video. Nothing too crazy today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the little bell to join my little family, and let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to prime my face first with the e.l.f. Hydrating Coconut Mist. I have been really loving this lately. I just feel like it really preps my skin for makeup application, makes everything melt in. So yeah, I really love it. So then I'm going to prime with the Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer. This is one of my absolute favorite primers because it blurs the skin, blurs the pores, evens out any texture. It just does a really good job at creating an even canvas for makeup application, and it's not overly silicone-y, so it sits on top of the skin very nicely, spreads evenly, spreads nicely. I am obsessed. And I also don't have the Rare Beauty foundation, so I went in with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation and just my Real Technique sponge. So yeah, I really like this foundation. I really want to pick up the Rare Beauty one though. So next I'm going to go with the new Rare Beauty Cream Bronzer. This is in the shade Happy Soul. So this is a bronzer, so it is going to be quite warm. I honestly feel like her shade range could have been better, but that's just me. But nonetheless, this is such a creamy product. So incredibly creamy, just glides on the skin. My take on the formula is that it is quite powdery. I feel like it's like a powder just in stick form, because once you apply it and once you blend it out, it kind of blends out like a powder. So it is a very, very matte formula, a matte cream. It's not like very balmy like most regular creams. It's very unique. So just remember that it's very dry and kind of like a powder in a stick form, but nonetheless it blends out beautifully. As you guys can see, I'm blending it out so effortlessly and it just like melts into my skin, but again, very, very matte. Then I'm going to go in with the Rare Beauty Concealer. This is one of my absolute favorite concealers. It is so good. I am in the shade 210N. This concealer is so hydrating, so creamy and lightweight in formula. I really appreciate all of Rare Beauty's products because everything is just so lightweight, so it doesn't feel heavy or cakey on the skin, and so you know that this is going to blend out very nicely. As you guys can see here, it blends out like a dream, just melts into my skin. It is a very hydrating, soft, natural finish underneath the eyes, so the fact that it's hydrating, it doesn't dry out my eyes and emphasize any texture or anything like that. So I am obsessed with this concealer. If you guys have not tried this concealer out yet, you guys really need to try it out. I am obsessed. Also, look at the coverage of this concealer. Do you guys see the difference? It completely covered all of my dark circles, just made me look so awake and just alive. Then I'm going to go in with the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush. This is in the shade Bliss. This is one of my favorite liquid blushes. I know I keep saying they're my favorite products, but I do love Rare Beauty that much that a lot of their products are like my holy grails. So this is my favorite blush ever. I love the shade. It is like a perfect pastel pink, and I apply quite a bit because since this is a lighter shade, it blends out very nicely and isn't overly pigmented. Her other shades are very pigmented, so I would suggest using only one dot, but this one I can go quite heavy-handed, and I've learned the hard way that blending it out with the brush is the best way because these are quite like stains, so they do stain the skin quite easily. But look at that, so pretty. Gotta blend out those creases before we go in with the new powder. So this is the new Rare Beauty powder. I picked up the shade Light. It's the lightest shade, I believe. I don't really like her shade ranges for the powders either. I feel like light medium, it's kind of lacking sometimes, but look at how cute the little sifter is. Isn't that adorable? So I'm just gonna go in with a powder puff and set my under eyes, set my T-zone. This powder is so incredibly smoothing. I haven't reacted yet because I didn't like look at myself closely up front yet, but oh my god, it was so smoothing. My skin just looked so blurred. You guys can even see in the camera like how smooth my skin looks. Like that powder really did it for me. It was so amazing. I think the only downfall of the powder is that it wasn't as brightening as a lot of powders are because I'm so used to the e.l.f. Halo Glow powder. But it is really good nonetheless. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my lashes and eyeshadow off camera because sadly I do not have a Rare Beauty eyeshadow palette. There I am, totally new person. I look so good. These are also new lashes, by the way, that I was testing out this day, and I don't like them because they look like daddy long legs. Like they're just so skinny and a little too wispy. Like I wish that they had more volume to them. So I'm probably gonna return them because I don't really like them. Then I'm going to go into the Rare Beauty Liquid Illuminizer. This is in the shade Mesmerize. It is the perfect shade for me. And if you guys have been following me for a while, you guys know that this is like my top holy grail highlighter. Especially liquid or like cream highlighter. This is like the only one I use. I normally use powders, but this is the only one that I use over powders because look at that. Look at how nice that looks on my skin. I love the formula, love how easy it blends. I love how it sits on top of powders and foundation. It doesn't disrupt any of it. And I really love a highlighter that doesn't pick up on all my pores and textures, so this just is so beautiful. It also works really well as a nose highlight and just makes my nose look so snatched. Then I'm going to go with the Rare Beauty Mascara. I'm going to be honest, this isn't my favorite. It's not that it's bad, it's just that I have a lot of really good drugstore mascara, so I have like high expectations for high-end mascara, so this isn't the best, but it's not the worst. It does a really good job at lengthening and separating and volumizing and making them look bold and big, but just not as good as drugstore. Then I'm going to go with the Rare Beauty Matte Lip Souffle in the shade Inspire. This is the red shade, but I am obsessed with this red. It is so beautiful. This isn't your typical dark blue red. This is like a very bright, vibrant red with a hint of an orange undertone. It is so beautiful. This is like the perfect red to wear during the summertime. Formula-wise, this is one of the most comfortable liquid lipsticks that I've ever worn. It dries down to like a powder, so it's very soft on the lips, very mattifying, and since it kind of dries down to a powder, it's not like so thick and crumbly on the lips, so it is very lightweight, very comfortable, and very beautiful. Alright guys, so this was my full face of Rare Beauty. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It is so fun to do like a full face of stuff, especially with brands that I really like Rare Beauty. Their stuff is just amazing. They have definitely become one of my favorite brands ever, and that's a very bold statement coming from me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one.